Hi and welcome to the video. I'm Dame and this is Dame Over, and today we are looking at the Loot Crate update on Battlefield 1 and taking a look at some of the new weapon variants. I'll be releasing a video on each of the new variants and the new weapon, the Annihilator Trench, as soon as I have it unlocked. So if you want to stay up to date with Battlefield 1's latest content, make sure you've hit the subscribe button, and if you enjoy this video then it'd be great if you could hit the like button as well. So each new variant will get its own quick review, as I've reviewed all of the original variants before, and if you want to know the detailed stats of those, I'll leave the appropriate links in the description. And today, as you've seen from the footage, is all about the Ribeyrolles Optical. So what's different about the optical variant from the factory? And I should start by telling you that Simthic.com, which is where I usually get all of my data from as it's mined directly from the game, hasn't yet updated to have the Loot Crate weapons on it, so I can't give you exact figures. But if we take what we know from other optical variants within the Assault class, you can expect less efficiency when you're hip firing and better spread when aiming down sight. There is obviously also the addition of the Optical Sight to help give you an advantage at range. I played around with which type of optics to use, and I settled on the dot as my favourite, and as I usually do with a sight in Battlefield 1, I've adjusted the magnification to its lowest setting to help make close range fights a little bit easier. Now, the Ribeyrolles is a definite favourite of mine in the SMG category. I think it's by far the most versatile option you can have in the Assault class, mainly due to the bipod, which obviously increases your efficiency at range by a great deal. So you'd imagine that with the Optical Sight that would be enhanced even further. And while the gun overall behaves in the same way as the factory variant, I didn't really feel the Optical Sight added to it very much, or that there wasn't really a large enough difference between the variants for it to be worth sacrificing your effectiveness in close quarters for. It is more accurate at range than the factory variant, and this is felt particularly when you're using the bipod. But with the same damage drop-off as the factory, it feels a little too hard to make the shots count, and I often felt I couldn't do enough damage fast enough, whereas if I was using the Fedorov, for example, I would probably have picked up the kills. I was, however, having a lot of issues with lag in the lobbies where I got this footage, as you might be able to see, but even with the connection having settled after a bit, I still felt like I was playing out of the Ribeye's intended range to make use of the Optical Sight, which basically translated into having to use more rounds for a kill. The visible recoil on the Ribeye has always been pretty drastic, and with a sight on top, as with all of the other fast-firing weapons on Battlefield 1, you feel it far more keenly. And this took some getting used to, but it's definitely manageable with a bit of practice. I think I may be missing something with this variant, and like I said at the beginning of the video, it's the first time I've used it. I think it's got potential to be really good, but is most definitely harder to use than the factory variant overall. But that's just what I think. What do you think of the Ribeye Optical? Have you unlocked the Annihilator Trench yet? Or have you got a favourite new weapon from the Loot Crate update? Make sure you let me know down in the comments below. And a quick thank you to those of you guys who are helping me not get game over by supporting the channel through Patreon. It's because of you guys that I'm able to put out content as often as I do, so really thank you. And if you want to become a patron yourself, I've left a link to the Patreon page in the description. I'll put one in the pinned comment as well, where if you'd like to, you can support the channel from as little as $1 a month. So if you had a good time, make sure you hit that like button. If you're new around here, hit the subscribe button too. Make sure you've hit the bell button as well, so you get guaranteed notifications of any new posts I make. Feel free to share this video with whoever and wherever you like. And until next time, that's Dame Over. Peace.